Hey folks, today is May the 5th. It's almost 8 o'clock in the afternoon, and I wanted to do a bit of a different video today. Basically just to see if you guys like this or not. I'm going to be going over my 2020 goals, and also I'm going to show you guys a form of passive income that I actually just got started with a few months ago. Alright, to get started here, as you guys can see, this is my list of 2020 goals. And this is actually up on the wall in my office. I see it every day to remind me of what I need to accomplish this year. I did the same thing last year, and I'll do the same thing next year. And I'm sure a lot of you guys also have a list up as well. All right, so as you guys can see here, I've accomplished a few things. Add 20,000 to taxable brokerage account, add 6,000 to Roth IRA, buy a 40 miles per gallon car, pay cash, and then get passport. All right, so these are the 4 items that I've actually already accomplished. I had planned on getting my concealed carry permit actually last week, but due to everything that's going on with the virus, I wasn't able to do that. So I wasn't able to cross that out. Hopefully, over the next few months, things will start to open back up and I'll be able to handle that. All right, read 30 books. Right now I'm on book number 10, so I have not accomplished that yet. Buy a new bedroom set. That's self-explanatory. Start a new business idea. A lot of you guys have already seen in a previous video that I do have a new product that I'm going over right now. There are a lot of videos with that, so I've been going over the videos and taking notes and asking questions so that when I do start posting videos for that, I will be well prepared to do so. And last but not least, I wanted to pay $10,000 on my mortgage. One of the things well, it's not one of the things I began to realize. I've always known that my mortgage was easily my largest monthly expenditure. So I'm trying to get that paid off. So that way, after I pay off my mortgage, that should drop my monthly expenses down to under $1,200. So that's where I'm trying to get right now. Actually, a little bit more than $1,200. I know even after paying off the property, there will still be property taxes and also insurance. So can't forget about those. Anyway, let's go ahead and step over here to my taxable brokerage account. As you guys can see here, right now I have 26,308.94, but I've actually put a little over $30,000 into this account. We come over here to funding history. You can see 2019, I put 10,000 in, and 2020, I put a little over 20,000 in. All right. And the reason I added more, I was only planning on putting in about $10,000 this year to my taxable brokerage account, but I decided to alter this goal right here because the market began to drop significantly with this virus that's been going around, and I saw opportunity, and I saw a lot of the stocks that I own were on sale. So I ended up adding another we'll just say $10,000 to what I already had invested for the year. All right, so let's go ahead and pop into my portfolio here real quick. As you can see, I have a lot of different slices, so I am definitely well diversified here. And this is my overall pie. And honestly, I'm not really too concerned about being down right now. This is something that I'm not going to look at pulling dividends out of this account for the next 25, 30 years. And I'm sure that a lot of the companies, or most of the companies, if not all, will survive the situation we're currently going through. All right. And also, I should mention, before I even got started with this, like I said, it was not long ago at all that I got started. We can come back here and take a look. All right. So as you guys can see here, I made my deposit November 7th of 2019. So it was not that long ago that I decided to get this set up. And to be honest with you guys, I almost didn't. You know, I had started saving up money for a new car. I saw something I liked. Specifically, I had 2 options that I was playing with. I was either going to get a 2017 or a 2018 Jaguar F-Type, or I was going to get a 2015 Porsche 911. Both of them are beautiful cars. I had not decided which one I was going to go with, but I knew that I had saved up enough to go ahead and buy one of those 2 cars. And around this time, I was actually watching several YouTube channels about finance and dividend investing and getting out of debt and emergency funds And I realized, I don't have an emergency fund. I haven't started a taxable brokerage account. I have a Roth IRA, but I don't have a taxable brokerage account. So one of the shows that I started watching was the Joseph Carlson show here. Another one was PPC Ian. Definitely highly recommend. Also Bruce Wayne, among a lot of others. And it was kind of the influence of watching all of these different finance channels and that focus on dividend investing and getting out of debt and things like that, that instead of buying or spending the money on a depreciating asset that might bring me joy right now, but it wasn't helping me in the long run, I decided to go ahead and start up an emergency fund. And I also decided to go ahead and, like I said, 2019, put that 10,000 in there. And hopefully going forward here, I'll be able to continue to invest every year and to let the dividends that do come in continue to compound. And, hopefully the next 20 or 30 years, this might be something here. So let's go ahead and just take a look real quick at what I'm holding. As you guys can see, lots of slices, well diversified. We come into real estate. A lot of these got hit because of what we're going through right now. Malls are closed. Tenants are having trouble paying their rent, because they're obviously out of work right now. But as you guys can see, we have Realty Income Corp, LTC Properties, Welltower, Store Capital, Preferred Apartments Communities, Simon Properties, Annaly Capital Management, New Residential Investment Corp, and Iron Mountain Incorporated. I don't think I'm looking at selling any of these. I'm hopeful that these will, bounce back after everything gets back to normal here. There are a few that are struggling right now and have been struggling, but like I said, I'm confident that over the long run, things will work out. All right, let's jump into finance here. All right, Aflac, Main Street Capital, JP Morgan, T. Rowe Price, Bank of America, Royal Bank of Canada, Toronto Dominion Bank, United Healthcare Group, and Wells Fargo. This one should be under healthcare, but it just got misplaced here. But either way, out of these, again, don't plan on really selling any of these anytime soon. There are some that I've considered and still consider selling out of, but let's keep on floating through. All right, so in the healthcare pie, or slice here, you can see Pfizer, Merck & Company, Johnson & Johnson, Medtronic, AbbVie, and Amgen. Again, I plan on holding on to all of those. And also, as the stock market has been going down, as I've seen different stocks that have been on sale, for example, Merck & Company, supposed to be 14% of my of this pie. You can see it's 21.8%. And that's because as I saw a large drop, I decided to go ahead and pick up quite a few extra shares of that. Similar situation in Pfizer. All right, let's keep on rolling here. All right, telecom. You can see here just AT&T and Verizon. Same thing here. As I saw AT&T drop, I did pick up quite a few extra shares of that. So as you can see here, I'm at 67% instead of 60. And I will hopefully put my pie in the description below so you guys can take a look at that yourselves here. I don't plan on going through everything. I just want you guys to kind of get an idea of what I'm holding here. Consumer, you can see here a lot of names I'm sure that you guys are aware of. The only one here I'm considering getting rid of here is Texas Roadhouse. Something else you guys will make note of is that everything in my pie here pays a dividend. Some of them have, I think one or two have cut their dividends because of what's going on, but I do expect those to come back after things get stable again. All right, you guys can see here in utilities, Dominion, NextEra, Southern, and Duke. I saw an opportunity in NextEra. You can see my target should be 20%, but it's actually at 27.5 because I bought a few extra shares of that when I saw an opportunity to jump in it. Then obviously we got bonds here. I think this is only 10% of my account. Yep, 10%. All right, then we got energy, which definitely has gotten hit hard here. The only thing here I'm considering selling is this one right here, Occidental Petroleum Corporation. The others I'll just hold on to. All right, industrials. Same thing here. I've seen opportunities in a few companies and I decided to jump in. Waste Management, Union Pacific, Lockheed Martin, Leggett and Platt, 3M, Caterpillar, Raytheon Technologies, and UPS. You can see here Waste Management. I saw an opportunity and I added some extra shares there. Instead of 15, that's up 31. Same thing with Union Pacific Corporation. Should be 15%, but it's actually 25.6. All right, getting close to the end here. Then, of course, we got tech. And we have sin stocks. A lot of people don't necessarily want to invest in this particular category here. You can see we got British American Tobacco, we got Universal Corporation, Philip Morris, and Altria Group. All right, and again, everything in my portfolio pays dividends, and this is a passive income portfolio. So hopefully when I reach of age and I want to start to draw from this, I'll be able to successfully and hopefully actually pay all my bills with the dividends that I've made. And I put together a pretty simple, this right here is nothing special. It's just a quick and easy dividend spreadsheet you can see here. All right, so basically these are the dividends I've made. In 2019, I started in November. I actually only made $2.08 in dividend income. In December, you can see here $20.23. All right, January 2020, $29, February 46, March 71, April 78. And as you guys can see down here, my first goal here is kind of to pass $100 in a single month of dividend income. And I kind of just set up this little chart here. I'll be able to kind of compare each year to see if I'm actually making more each month or not. So for example here, if I had started in January, I could do something like this. All right, so as you guys can see, this is just a way for me to kind of get a quick glance at the progress that I'm making here. Let's go ahead and get rid of those. So come January 2021, I'll start to see some new things here, some new lines. Hopefully we will be making progress. Let me get back over here. All right, and also as far as what was it I was talking about earlier, the emergency funds. Basically what I did for that was I just went to a site like NerdWallet and I looked across all the different companies that they had listed. And at the time that I was looking, a lot of companies were paying out 1.9% and 2% and 2.10%. Whereas right now you can see things have dropped considerably. And so I ended up going with a company called SFGI Direct. They were paying 2.10% at the time, but now they are paying 1.56%. So my emergency fund is there. Originally, I had a few thousand set aside in my bank account, which was only paying 0.03%. So I'm definitely glad to have my money somewhere where it's bringing in considerably more than what it was at my regular savings account at my bank. So that's definitely something to look into if you guys haven't. If you come online and check around, you can definitely find some more than competitive rates from what you're getting at your brick and mortar type of banks. All right, folks, I think that's everything I wanted to touch on. Let me see here. Also, the reason I do these yearly goals is because for myself personally, it's easy for me to end up, getting caught up in what other people are doing, when in reality, the only person I need to be competing against is myself. So last year, for example, I added $10,000 to my brokerage account at the end of the year. And this year I was able to add 20, and this year also I was able to max out my Roth IRA. And so basically, instead of looking at other people with, taxable trading accounts with hundreds of thousands of dollars or significantly more than I have, it kind of helps me to be able to just focus on what I'm doing, just focus on what I did last year and see my own progress. See that hopefully next year in January, my dividend income will be higher than what it was this year, and like I said, reaching these goals will just be motivation, extra motivation for me to do better next year. Like right now, make $100 in a month. Hopefully, my fingers crossed, I'll be able to pass that this year. And then next year, maybe it'll be make $250 in a month, and we'll just continue to let everything compound and add money to the account as we're able to. Obviously, I won't be able to add this amount every month. We can come back here and where's it at? Activity. As you guys can see, I was adding pretty aggressively, 2,000, and then a week later 1,000, another week 1,000, 1,000. This is when I first got started. And basically every week I was putting in $1,000. I had the money set aside, like I said, because I was looking to buy one of those cars. But I decided to just dollar cost average into the market and just put in a little bit at a time. This week I put in 2,000. So that's what I ended up doing. And then recently, I think it was in March sometime, I really kind of ramped that back up because of what was going on. Let's see here. All right, so yeah, you can see March 13th, another 1,000, then 750, 1,000. So yeah, I kind of got back into tossing money back into the market, again into stocks that I wanted to own. Here we had 5 buys from that $1,000. And here's another deposit, April 3rd. You guys get the idea. Dividends. And if we come over here just to activity type and only show dividends, you guys will see. All right, so here's a nice $31.36 dividend from AT&T, $12 dividend from Annaly Capital, and just on, guys. Hopefully, 5 or 10 years from now, it won't just be, $31, $9. Hopefully, I want to be seeing $100, $200 dividend payments coming into this account. That's the goal. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough here. Let me know, guys, if this is something you want me to continue to update, to let you guys know how I'm doing. And I should probably set a goal for the account balance as well. Right now, I'd like to see, actually, when the market gets back up, which I expect it to do at some point in time in the future, I'd like to see the account get up over $40,000. So I think that's going to be my second goal here. All right, so that's going to be goal number 2 that I'm going to be striving towards here. Let's go ahead and bump that up to 14. All right, so there we are. I got 2 goals. Hopefully, I'll be able to cross those out at some point in time here in the near future. Anyway, like I said, let me know, guys, if this is something you want me to continue to report on, and I'll make sure I do that. All right, hope you guys had a great day, and I will see you in the next video, or not. All right, take care, guys.